The auditorium lights dim slightly as the announcer's voice echoes across the vast stage. Next up, from the Philippines. The audience claps politely, some craning their necks in curiosity. A small boy, maybe 12 or 13 years old, steps timidly into the spotlight. His steps are hesitant, almost like each one is heavier than the last, burdened with the weight of his story. He wears a simple white shirt and dark trousers, not flashy or styled like some contestants, but clean and neat, as if someone carefully prepared him for this very moment. The boy stands at the center, microphone in hand, squinting slightly under the blinding stage lights. The judges' table is intimidating. On one end, Howie Mandel leans forward, curious. Sofia Vergara and Heidi Klum smile warmly, while Simon Cowell, known for his sharp honesty, rests his chin on his hand, studying the boy. Simon speaks first, in his familiar British tone. Hello, young man. What's your name? The boy swallows, microphone shaking slightly in his hands. My name is Daniel. His voice is soft, and the crowd leans in to hear. Simon nods encouragingly. And how old are you, Daniel? 13, the boy replies. Simon offers a small smile. So young. Tell us. Why did you decide to audition for America's Got Talent? For a moment Daniel is silent. His lips tremble, his eyes glisten, and the hush in the room is almost unbearable. Then, with a shaky breath, he answers, I'm singing for my dad. He was a soldier. He passed away in the war last year. The words hit the audience like a wave, gasps ripple through the crowd, and the camera zooms in on Simon, who shifts slightly, visibly moved. Daniel continues, his voice breaking. Singing was the way he used to calm me down. He told me that if I ever felt scared, I should sing, and he'd always be listening. So, today, I want to sing for him. By now the silence in the theater is deafening. The audience is holding its collective breath. Even Simon, who rarely shows vulnerability, nods solemnly, his jaw tightening. Heidi whispers softly, "Oh my God," and Sophia places a hand over her heart. Daniel grips the microphone tighter, almost as if it is the only thing anchoring him. He looks so small on that grand stage, yet his story has already touched thousands of hearts in the room, and millions more watching at home. His nervousness is evident, his shoulders trembling, his lips quivering. But in his eyes, there is something else, determination. This is not just an audition for him, this is a conversation with his Father in heaven. Simon leans forward, his tone softer than usual. Daniel. Only he can see. Finally, as the last note echoes into silence, Daniel opens his eyes. Tears stream down his cheeks, the audience roars, cheering, clapping, whistling. He stands frozen, overwhelmed, as if unsure what to do next. The moment is bigger than him, bigger than the stage. It's a universal story of love and loss. For many it feels less like a performance, and more like a sacred moment, where pain is transformed into beauty. Simon claps slowly, then firmly, rising to his feet. His face is softer than we've ever seen, his usual stoicism replaced with raw emotion. Wow, he whispers under his breath. Daniel lowers the microphone, his chest rising and falling rapidly, his small hands trembling once more. He has given everything, and now all he can do is wait for the judge's response. The applause still thunders across the hall when Simon lifts his hand, gesturing for quiet. Slowly the audience calms, though sniffles and muffled sobs linger. Daniel looks at Simon nervously, eyes wide, as though bracing himself for criticism. Simon leans forward, elbows on the desk, his voice unusually soft. Daniel. I don't think I've ever seen something like that before. That wasn't just a song, that was love, that was grief, that was a boy talking to his father. And I can tell you right now, your dad is listening, and he is so proud of you. Daniel bites his lip, trying to hold back tears. His hands clutch the microphone tightly to his chest. Howie nods, chiming in. You didn't just sing, Daniel. You made all of us feel what you feel. And that's what art is supposed to do. It's supposed to move us, and you moved us deeply. Sophia and Heidi clap warmly, their eyes shimmering. Heidi adds, You have such a pure, angelic voice, Daniel. But more than that, it's your heart that came through. We could all feel it. Daniel's lips tremble into a small smile, though tears stream freely down his cheeks. The audience begins to